We begin with politics. A major political storm is brewing over a fresh proposal to amend the 1999 Constitution to allow all elections in Nigeria to be conducted on the same day in 2027. While leading opposition parties, the PDP, the Labour Party, the African Democratic Congress, and the new Nigeria People's Party have thrown their weight behind the move. The ruling All Progressives Congress has rejected it, warning of dire consequences. The proposal, spearheaded by the House of Representatives Committee on Constitution, is being considered as part of broader constitutional amendments following zonal consultations across the 6 geopolitical zones. If passed, the amendments would mandate the Independent National Electoral Commission to conduct presidential, governorship, National Assembly, and State Assembly polls in a single day. To discuss this, we are joined by the president of Ready to Lead Africa, God Bless Utubure. He joins us now. Hello, God bless.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Now, what are the perceived political advantages, if any, for opposition parties supporting the single-day polls?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say there is any sort of advantage to the opposition. It's not a case of whether it's going to favor the opposition or the ruling party. It's the idea. If you look at the conversation is about the cost of elections, the cost of running elections. When you have the presidential elections in 1 week, and then you have the governorship elections in about a week or two after, it is the cost of running elections that a lot of people who are supporting this are, hammering on. So, but of course, when you have the elections done in 1 day, people are able to vote in a certain way. And, when you look at it statistically and historically, you realize that the opposition may benefit more from a single day election compared to one that is, spaced out based off of what we've seen with regards to Nigeria's election.
Now, could the resistance from the APC be linked to control over, let's say, staggered influence in state and federal contests?
Well, I mean, I would not say no to that, because again, if you have the ruling party able to manage, that in a way that they space it out, and if you have the elections go the way of the party at the presidential level, it technically gives a lot of leverage to the ruling party to be able to exert that influence and galvanize them into the governorship elections moving forward. So usually incumbent parties are more pro, spaced out elections. But I can see where the argument is. It's usually benefiting to the party in power. But in terms of opposition, except maybe the presidential, result goes the way of the opposition, it's never a good sign for the opposition when the elections are spaced out.
Now, would a single-day election reduce or increase now the likelihood of electoral malpractice? Because we cannot stay away from that, right? Considering the current infrastructure technology we have, what do you think?
Well, I think it would greatly reduce election malpractices because, again, you now have everyone concentrating their attention on that election that is happening, and it just literally helps every party, everyone who is every stakeholder to say, okay, we're focused on this now. Every mobilization, every effort will be directed towards ensuring that the election is better. I think it will reduce rigging, it will reduce malpractices, because then INEC also then is able to focus, and then the ballot paper is, printed. You have all of that, top-down ballot. Everything is the same. You are not increasing, logistics challenges. Everything happens in 1 day, and everybody's, better focused. So I think it will reduce malpractice, if you ask me.
Now, voter fatigue is something that is also something that should be considered, right? Now, could voter fatigue play a role in the, down ballot apathy if all the offices are contested on the same day?
No, I don't think it will be, because again, you're doing it at the same time. When you talk about voter fatigue, it's worse when you have elections spaced out. Because it's like, okay, if you look at just look at the trend. When people come out heavily for presidential elections, the number is not the same when it comes to the governorship elections, which happens, and then you have the state houses of assembly. I think voter fatigue will be heavily reduced with a one-day election, if you ask me, because then all you need to do is go in that day knowing that you voted for who the president will be, who the governor of the state will be, who the senator, and who the House of Rep member. That's all. You're voting for four people. I mean, technically, that's it. It's like you have one ballot for the president, you have another one for the senator, you have for the governor, and you have for the House of Reps. So there's really nothing there about voter fatigue. I actually think when you space out the elections, that's when you have voter fatigue. So I think a one-day election would drastically reduce voter fatigue.
All right, thank you so much. God bless you too for joining us on News Now. I hope you join us some other time to talk some more.